Hey, 25K video. Yes, this is Jesse Wall, race director for Land of Light from True Strength Athletics, and I am coming to you from my 7-year-old daughter's bedroom just before bedtime. And when it's on a rainy day and you've been out setting course for 2 days and you're doing every single thing you possibly can, from finishing aid to making signs and doing bibs and bib assignment, and you're just running out of time, hey, you get gangster and you do your video from your kid's bedroom. Hopefully you can appreciate that, of how much I love you as a racer and participant of this race. So welcome to the Land of Light, 25K. This video is for you only. You guys won't need to watch the bike course, the full driving course, unless you don't know where you're going or you don't have a good Google GPX scenario going on. And I guess that might bring me to one of my very first points. If you are trusting and relying only on Google as you travel from Roberts Farm, to Noyes, to Shepherds, to Twin Bridges, to Hawk, you really should consider following our recommended bike route. Not only might get to see some of the bike racers, but two, this will guarantee that you don't cross any construction zones and you won't cross over into Waterford, where there's Route 35 and Route 37 should be avoided. There's another 5K going on in Waterford that day, and that road is actually closed during the sum of our race. So if you are to try and drive that road, they're going to reroute you anyway. Since you have to do the parcels in order, once you leave Twin Bridges, you should go down 117 towards Temple Hill or Deer Hill Road. Either one of those will take you out to Mill Hill Road and then to Hawk Mountain, and they'll avoid where the race is, and you shouldn't have any problems from there. So we'll get that's your first piece of note, but we'll talk a little bit more about the course and the driving rules in a second. So timeline, if you don't know already, because of the rain, I wanted to give chance for things to dry out and not, it to be sunny at least when we start the race. And I can't do anything about the trails. Trails were primo. They had no, wet swampiness. It was just like great running. And they're going to be soft tomorrow, right? They're going to be greasy, and you're going to want to be careful on the runs. Maybe it's not the day for a PR or a course record, but it is going to be a great day for a run regardless. You're going to have some wet, probably muddy shoes at some point, but so be it. It's been the summer of wet and muddy shoes. So if you don't know, race has been moved to start at Roberts Farm on Roberts Road in Norway at 11 a.m. You should be there by 10 a.m. really. 10 to 10:30 for bib check-in. You'll see Zach Green, assistant race director, or myself if I can get there from VP in time. You'll do bib check-in and do that, and then one of us will say something quickly at about 10:45 before the race starts, and we'll 3, 2, 1, go. The one chance that we might delay the start is if we see 100K racers coming in and they're going to be hitting the parcel about the time that we're starting. If there are a bunch of them trying to get through, we'll just move to the side, let them through the start gates and all that stuff, bib check, and then we'll start the race, and we'll do that accordingly. So we'll fire you off, and away you go on Roberts Farm. Sequence of parcels, this is mandatory. So even though the driving course is open, meaning you can route yourself to get there any way you want, I don't know why you wouldn't use probably either the recommended course or potentially one shortcut from Noyes down to Shepherds might be helpful. So you can follow your Google, follow your GPX. You might end up on gravel roads. And if you get too far off course, you may end up stopped at something like that race course I was telling you. So avoid 35 and 37 in Waterford. Roberts Farm is where you start. That's number 1 for you guys. Then you go to Noyes Mountain 2, Shepherds Farm 3, Twin Bridges 4, and Hawk Mountain is where we finish number 5. That's all of our parcels. I strongly recommend in the email tonight, I'm going to send you one from Ultra Sign Up directly. And then I'm going to back that up with one directly from my Gmail, just because it allows me to attach GPX files for you. So I'm going to attach a GPX file for every one of the parcels. They are almost perfectly accurate to the way we flagged. There's one very small spot towards the beginning of the Roberts Farm start of the race where I believe Zach may have wanted the Howe cutoff instead of just kind of running out towards the Libby Trail before it cuts back and meets the Howe cutoff. Just follow the wands, follow the flags that he set, it literally cuts off about 100 feet or something. And even if you were to go the way that the GPX shows you, you will end up in the exact same spot. So, so the GPXs are there. You can have those in your watch, loaded up. You can drive to the parcel. And when you hit your Strava or your start on your watch, of course, you can add in your breadcrumbs and you navigate. And that might be helpful if you thought you might get lost or you have trouble following wands. With that being said, the course, that's my not 7-year-old daughter, that's my 1-year-old son going to bed. We're going to be following nice bright green flags on white fiberglass wands, supplemented by clothespins on tree branches and things with long bright green, neon green survey tape. And then at main junctions, we've put grade stakes with big 8x12 placard, neon green and neon pink signs with arrows that tell you kind of which way to go. So you shouldn't have any trouble with that. For those of you that are out of towners, I did make a separate video from the parking lot of each of the parcels that could be useful for you to like skim through and watch, just if you wanted to see what the signs are or the parcels look like. But I think since you're driving in a car, you're going to have the benefit of Google and other things to get you there. So it shouldn't be a problem. You probably won't need those extras, but if you want, you can watch that video. So here's one of the things about using a car is we have some really, really, really strict rules on this. The worst thing you could do is get yourself into this racing mindset that you are speeding, you cause an accident, have an accident, anything like that. I don't even want to have a racer get a speeding ticket. So what we've done in this is I've taken the Google times from parcel to parcel, and these are the mandatory minimum times that I'm going to apply to your time. So for instance, the time from Roberts to Neuss by Google, if you follow the recommended route, is 12 minutes. If you hop in your car and you blast up there at 75 miles an hour and you get there in 6 minutes thinking you're gonna make up time, it's not gonna count, because when you check in and we go over all those times and it says 6 minutes and it was supposed to be a minimum of 12, I'm going to add that time, and I'm probably going to add you a penalty, just because I really can't have people speeding. The place to win the race is on the course. It is not in the car. So everybody just do the speed limit, obey the rules. You will get there in plenty of time, and you will have plenty of chance to win this race out on the trail. Bib pickup. So you're going to get those from Zach or me. I'm not too huge on whether you have to wear the bib or not. We're going to give you an option. We'll have some safety pins, or we're going to have a shock cord belt for you. These will have handwritten numbers and names, because I thought I had ordered them like that, and instead somehow I ordered blanks. Oh my God. So that's nice. So if this is to end up on your in your pocket or something, not the end of the world, as long as you remember the number and you can show it to parcel people that are doing the timing. Otherwise, I'm going to give you a shock cord belt. These are pretty cool. You just pinch the cinch stop, draw one side out, put it around your waist, and then draw that back in the same direction as the other side, and then you just cinch it around your waist, right? It's really nice, especially if you have to change layers. So if you're starting in a jacket and then you ditch that jacket, you don't have to unpin your bib. But so we'll give you guys belts to use, or pins if you prefer them, or you can just put the bib in your pocket and carry it with you. If you're on a relay team, only one of you can run at a time. So a 3-person team shows up to Roberts, one of you gets the bib, and one of you goes out for the run. The other two, you hang out and joke and laugh and listen to music or whatever you're gonna do. And then you hop back in the car. Now you all need to travel in the same vehicle. So all 3 people, same vehicle. You go up to Neuss, while you're driving, just change out who has the bib. It's also another reason why these will work out well instead of the pins. So that person now is the bib, and then they're gonna run second, and you can run in any order as a team. I think that brings us to, yeah. Oh, at parcels, like I already said, so you're gonna have a check-in at the support tables. Someone will check your bib for time. They'll write in like Neuss Mountain, 12:01, right? And then when you leave the parcel, before you guys get in the car and drive away, it's really, really, really important that you check in with them again, because they're going to write your time when you check out. That gives us your splits. It also helps us be accountable for you and make sure that everyone has made it to a parcel and left, and we can better find you. I think it's really important, if I didn't say this already, that you put my cell phone number that's in the email into your phone. That way, if anyone has any kind of issue, hopefully you can reach me and we can try to solve that problem. We already talked about minimum times. Lastly, the only bathroom officially on the course is at Roberts Farm. In the parking lot is a porta-john. Obviously, you have time, prior to starting that loop or after the loop to use that. Where you guys have cars and there's any course that you want, there are plenty of stops in town if you need to make the side trip to use something on Main Street. Cumberland's Farms being one of the first and easiest public bathrooms that comes to mind, right on downtown Main Street. If you do stop at one of our sponsors, somebody like Cafe Nomad, which they don't think they're open on Sunday, but any of the others that are open, make sure you tell them that you're racing and thank them for sponsoring this event. Cutoff times: all racers must be done and have left Twin Bridges by 3:30 p.m. Otherwise, you'll be drawn off the course or swept off the course. And same thing at Hawk. We have a strict cutoff time at 5 p.m. So you need to be off or at the summit having finished the race by 5 p.m. Otherwise, we're going to break down. We're going to count you as a DNF, and we're going to descend and head to the party at Oxbow. If you need to drop out, you need to tell a volunteer, or you need to call me or text me as a race director, make sure we can be accountable for you. Also see if you need any help. Aid stations, you should know these. You won't need any aid to start the race, but there will be a full station at Roberts Farm. There will be water refill at Noyce. Then the next one, Shepherd's, has a full aid station, including peanut butter and sandwiches and bananas. And then we go to another water only at Twin Bridges. And then we finish at Hawk with a full aid station in the parking lot. All parcels are, if you're a team, are one runner at a time. So only one person runs at Roberts, only one person runs at Noyce. The exception to this is Hawk. If all three of you obviously want to be at the summit for the finish, you can run together as a team, but also you can give a bib to the fastest person and they can run ahead. Once the bib crosses the finish line, we will mark your time and your team is finished. And then your teammates can then join you if they're a little bit slower in getting up there, but still want to celebrate and get their team award. Lastly, I think that brings us to finishers. Everyone who makes a finish of the race gets a custom finisher award, and we'll have those for you at the summit overlook. It may be worth also, if you have teammates, and if not, if you're by yourself, grabbing out of your car a fleece or puffy or something to carry along with you on this final short 1 mile run up Hawk Mountain, just because it will be sunny, but it will also be about 60 and breezy. And we'd love for you to hang out there, get some pictures with us, tell us what you thought of the race before you descend, and hopefully meet us at the after party. And you will want to go there if you are going to get any of the prizes. So all the swag, podium recognition, all that type of stuff will be done at Oxbow Beer Garden on Route 26, one of our parcel sponsors. They have a great, beautiful, wide open couple covered timber frames, beautiful timber frames, fire pit, chance for great craft pizza and food, and then craft beer if you'd like it. That's on your own dollar and time, I'm sorry, but the party will be there, and that's where we'll be hanging out. We're looking forward to giving you some cool swag. So I think that answers everything. If I've forgotten something, feel free, if you have questions, email me. I'll try to get them tonight or first thing in the morning when I wake up. I am super excited to meet all of you and see all of you. I know some people have already said they are, the rain messed them up, and the things that they were supposed to do today, they now have to do Sunday, and so some people are not going to come, and I think, you're always going to have some day no-shows. But I hope all of you will come out, because I'll be so excited to see you and see what you think of this event, and hopefully have a great day. So travel safely, sleep well, and we'll see you tomorrow.